little hoe, she special. Get her the diamonds, they came with a bezel. Yeah, she a rider, I give her a medal. She my little shorty, I know she a rebel. I know that she feeling the kiss. See the young nigga is making her heavy. Pop out with my bitch, my new girl, they see us, I know that they envy.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Gabzzz here, and welcome to another video. I'm vlogging again. This is the first vlog in probably over a year and a half. And today we are going to be going to KATOZAI'S first headlining show, the DMTV Underground Showcase. 44 Romance is going to be there, if you know who that is. I've talked about him on this page before. And then a bunch of other underground artists that I'm looking to network with. And yeah, it should be fun. I'm gonna bring you along, show you the whole event, me getting there, and my whole day pretty much. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Alright, let's start with like a little outfit of the day. We got the Boy Better Know tee on. We got some Ill Vision cargo joggers. Then the orange hat, which big story coming soon. I can't go to an event without it now, because shout out to Josh Palas from Just Ideas, who basically didn't recognize me without the hat. But blur this. I don't need free promo. We'll fix that later though. Just waiting to leave, and I've got the Jake Paul undercut on. Shout out the Wade Concept. But like, I'm not gonna watch the fight. I'm gonna be. This is the problem with living so far away from actual Toronto, is I can't watch the fight today. But I think Tommy Fury's gonna win by a late KO. This is the first time I'm doubting Jake Paul. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so about to head out soon to Toronto. Long fucking commute. Long commute. Why do I have to live in the fucking suburbs? But anyways, I will see you guys. I don't know where. We'll see. We're in Toronto. Walking to the venue right now. I have one question of the vlog. What producer has the best beat tag? Personally, I'm gonna say either Deco or Murder on the Beat. I'm gonna ask some other people at the venue. Let's get there. Alright, question of the day. Which producer has the hardest beat tag?
The hardest beat tag?
Yeah.
Filthy.
Filthy? Alright, bet. Alright, we're here with Tech. What producer has the hardest beat tag?
What producer has the hardest beat tag?
Yeah.
I think this song will tell you. I have to give it to Metro.
Alright, we're here with Quincy Isaiah. What producer has the best beat tag? What producer has the best beat tag?
Pierre, 100% Pierre.
Alright, bet. Thank you. Alright, we got Devon here.
What's good?
Who's the producer with the hardest beat tag? Who's the producer with the hardest beat tag?
Producer with the hardest beat tag? Filthy?
Popular answer.
Wait. No, working on dying. Oh my god. Crazy beat tag.
Alright, so this is where this video takes a little bit of a turn, because I'm gonna just be real. I'm a shit vlogger. I'm not good yet, and I just don't know how to piece together the footage I have. So instead of just showing you a bunch of random clips of people performing, I'm going to break down the event a little bit, give you a bit of a review, and kind of showcase some people that I found through the event. Not necessarily at the event, but after the event I found a lot of people. I want to start off with shout out to Maxim Bayarski. I think I said that right, bro. Maxim Bayarski. That sounds right. I'm shit with names, so I probably mispronounced it. Anyway, he put on the event. He's the founder of DMTV, hosted the event. And DMTV is essentially like Toronto's Lyrical Lemonade, with like Maxime being the creative director, Cole Bennett type deal. And he's fucking talented as shit. Holy, after the event, I actually went and checked out the channel and a lot of the videos. He shot videos for people who performed on the night, like 44 Romance, TMB, and Akari Styles, as well as other underground artists like Kid Quasi and Lil Esso. These videos are actually like really good, like insane quality, something you wouldn't expect for a channel with like 1,000 subs. These videos are next level for the size that the channel is right now. Like the quality is second to none with everything from concept to effects to scenery. It's genuinely like on Cold Lenin level and super underrated. So that in itself is one thing that I discovered through this event. The event itself, it was well planned, great artists, great performances with great people in general. I got to see a bunch of people I already knew. Obviously, you saw me. You know, you saw Devon, Quincy, Tech, 44, Romance. Didn't really interact with anyone new at the event though. Other than, I will say, Lil Esso came up to me before I actually didn't know who he was, and he came up to me, and he said, "Yo, I fuck with your content," and I asked his name and whatever. I'll get into that a little bit more later, but that was the only person the only new person that I actually interacted with at the event. But I did end up finding some new talent after the event that I'm super pumped to showcase here. The only issue I had with the event was probably the energy at the event. The vibe was off. The vibe was a little off. And I don't think that is DMTV or Maxime's fault. Neither is it the fault of the performers. I think it was purely just a tiny thing. And I think it's just the venue to blame, really. They separated the minors from the people who could drink. And the way they did so was this fucking, like, fence. You know those fences you see at, like, a lineup for, like, Walmart or, like, customer service or some shit? Or even at like, a McDonald's. It was that type of line, just going up to the stairs, and security was being just fucking assholes, really. But, like, it really killed the vibe, because the people on the other side, like the minors, were probably, one, more excited to be there, two, they're young, they have energy, you know, and three, probably would have kind of brought the vibe up on this side, and that's pretty essential for an underground show. You need the energy, you need the vibe, and though some performers got the best of it, I think it did lack for, unfortunately, the headliner KATOZAI, whose performance didn't quite live up to his other performances that I've seen, purely just because of that separation, I feel. In fact, there was even, shout out Russ Amir from Project Rager, who got kicked out of the event because he crossed the line. Like, that, you can't have that, okay? The dude was bringing up the vibe and making the event better, and security kicked him out, which is not Maxime's fault at all. It is purely the venue. I think, realistically, next time, we gotta find a better venue. Or even, you know, a venue that'll just have all ages. Maybe consider having no alcohol. Maybe. I mean, if that'll work. I know I went to First Track Fest in Montreal. Not the most recent one, but the one in November with DC Dadan. They had no alcohol. And that event was literally the craziest I've been to. But that might have been just because Montreal or because of One Track's fan base. Who knows? But there's got to be some way to bring the vibe a little bit up, because it wasn't the greatest. Or even at First Class Fest in July at Parkdale Hall, they had the wristbands for the people who could drink. So that way everyone was mixed together and whatever, which, again, I guess it really comes down to the law, and I guess the Drake Hotel probably obeys the law a bit better than Parkdale, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully next time there'll be a better vibe in the venue, and it'll just make the event that much better. So that's the only negative I drew from the event. And it's not really that big of a negative. It's purely just the venue. Like, it's not the event's fault at all. Which brings me to a few people that I wanted to talk about, showcase, kind of, you know, people who I've found through the event. I want to start with Lil Esso, who I mentioned earlier was the only new person I interacted with at the event. He came up to me, was like, yo, do you shoot video, or do you make videos? And I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yo, I fuck with his shit. I asked him who he was because I genuinely had no clue. I was in the dark, living under a rock. Had no clue who he was, which is not an insult, by the way. Like, he's fucking sick. That's the whole point of this, is I had no clue, and he's sick. I checked out his music afterwards, and he might have one of the most polished sounds in the underground. Like, genuinely, his last project, I Can't Say I'm Sorry, is fucking sick. Sick. It's got this emo pop vibe that, like, genuinely, I think most people will get into. He's kind of got a Kid Laroi Ian Dior vibe. It's genuinely some pop shit that wouldn't sound out of place if it was played on radio. But it's also something that, like, underground fans can appreciate. He's got collaborations with Kid Quasi and shit. That really, like, the discography on this dude is fucking sick. And I'm genuinely excited to see where his career goes, because it's got potential to be massive, massive. Then before I get into this next verse round, I want to show this clip, because this clip is pretty telling on who this person is. So that is Elixir. A 17-year-old multidisciplinary artist. The kid's a DJ, a photographer, a painter, a graphic designer, a creative director. He even works with augmented reality, and he's only 17. 17. Bro, what the fuck are you doing with your life that this 17-year-old kid's got all this shit? Like, generally, I think Elixir might be the most interesting 17-year-old on the fucking planet. I watched this interview with, I don't remember, I'm just going to put it up screen right here. And genuinely, I couldn't believe everything this dude has accomplished at his age. And he's been doing it for so long at 17, which is insane. He's been doing it since he was like 10. That's fucking crazy. He's wise beyond his 17 years of life, and genuinely blows my mind with everything he's done. And I'm genuinely it's the first, like, true artist, like, not music, that he's done some music shit too, but, like, it's the first, like, true artist that I found in the underground that I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see what this dude does next. It's truly piqued my interest. I'm not really that into, like, paintings and fucking traditional art, but what he's doing is so cool that it's made me interested. Then we got 44 Romance. Again, someone who I've covered before, but I wanted to really give a little bit of insight on his full discography, because I covered his one song, Fuck It Up, back in August or September. He's like Kid Laroi influenced, and he's been open about it. He even said it in his Project Rager interview. In fact, he's interpolated a lot of Laroi's music, and I first found him at the Music's Most Wanted show back in July. That was Devon's show, and truly surprised me. That day was actually like a fucked day, to be honest. It was not the greatest for me, but that had nothing to do with the event, by the way. But it was just, yeah. I'm not gonna get into that. But he really did shine at that show, and immediately became one of my favorite underground artists. And he really did perform well at this show, and really, again, impressed me. And then finally, I have Sonny Adams, who, to be honest, he was probably the most impressive musically out of the performers that I saw, that I didn't know before. No, he genuinely impressed me with his music. His performance wasn't necessarily the most hype thing of all time, but, like, you know, it's an underground show, and realistically, you're there to showcase your music and practice performing. So I wanted to give him a shout out too. His music was definitely probably some of the best at the show. And that's all I have. All around, great event. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'll be there, probably the next one. And hopefully, this is the start of something special. So be sure to let me know what you thought of the event if you went, in the comments down below. Let me know events you want to see me at in the future, also in the comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good shit. And yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Baby on, never crash to the safety on. Never the crazy, never the running, never the crazy baby. Be my baby on, fucking off in Mercedes on. I've been thinking on a baby, she really loving this baby like crazy on. Remember though she's special, giving her numbers and giving her bezel. Giving her money, I'll give her a medal. Giving her something, she's a rebel. I know that she feeling the kids, see the young niggas, giving her heavy. Pop out my bitch, my new girl is here, they're on the end. She a dog, my little baby on.